A very good afternoon to one all present here. I am Udit Agarwal. Welcome you to another interesting and knowledge-filled session organized by ESL Impresario and the Fitness Club of Amity School of Business on the occasion of Fitness Week, Health and Nutrition Mantra for Young Minds. And the theme for today's session is Importance of Healthy Lifestyle for Entrepreneurs. For the same, we have with us Mr. Amit Jain, co-founder of Hello Sports, community builder, growth and partnership, solo backpacker digital nomad. Sir, we welcome you.
Thank you so much. Great to be here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are. Sir, the
Yes, sir.
platform is all yours.
Sure. Great. So thank you so much for having me today. It's been great to be connected online with all the students. Well, when we talk about business school, particularly, we all think, we after our masters, we're gonna be going for business, working in the consulting firms and joining startups. Entrepreneurship, I think there are a couple of topics which have been connected with this. It's health, lifestyle, entrepreneurship, and what to do after you're done with a post graduation. It's been a decade almost for me to be into this journey. And trust me, it's a very roller coaster because today you do something else, the other month you're doing something very else. Now, just to take you why health is very important, I'll tell you the reason, and then I'll take you to the journey that will actually give an insight why it's very important to be up to date when it comes to the lifestyle, the pattern, how you live, and how you think particularly. Uh, just to give very glimpse, because I think this thing will very interest you because we all want to do backpacking across India or across the globe. So I was able to backpack across India for 80 cities, 6 months non-stop with one pair of jeans and one t-shirt and one pant. To be mentally stable and to be very fit, you have to practice something, that only you can do all those things. Second, running two startups at once. Third, working 12 to 15 hours a day. Again, I'm not promoting very much work culture, but very honestly, if you take 8 hours of sleep, you can work 14 hours a day. So to do all those three things, because we all want to become big, we want to backpack, we want to run multiple startups, we want to be fit. So you have to do something which, I've been doing from a couple of months or years, and that might help you. To take you through a journey, how all the entrepreneurship started and why, now we have been working towards Hello Sports. I moved to Pune from a small town in Maharashtra with 1,000 rupees. We were so poor. Then luckily I got a job at the Bank of New York Mellon. Then after studying for a month, eating once in a day, I got a job. My mom came to Pune. Then we started Mitti Ke Rang. It was just an NGO, just an idea in 2013. We never thought I'll be taking this full time. Now this journey will connect you because we all after our education will going to be joining some startups. We're going to be starting your own startup. So what we kept doing when I was studying my graduation was listening to podcasts, talking to people, networking, communication and all. So when I came to Pune, I luckily got a job. Then for 7 years, I kept working. And with that, we started Mitti Ke Rang and it was just going on the go. I used to backpack a lot and all. Then in 2019, I told my family कि मुझे job से निकाल रहे हैं, that my company is kicking me out because they will never agree to the fact that I'll be living a full-time job coming with such less amount in my pocket. But I had that entrepreneurial kid in me that कुछ करना है because if not now, then when? So I just told them lie कि job से निकाल रहे हैं. Later I told them that I left. But the next 2 months was very difficult because I didn't knew what I was doing, what focus or the area we will be working on. Luckily, I had my co-founder. Then in that year, we started selling candles made by women entrepreneurs. And in the same year, we did pretty good. And in 2019, I left Pune to do the backpacking across India. Just a bag and backpacking. Then COVID stuck. I got stuck in Guwahati and I'm from West. Imagine I'm in the East for 70 days in the COVID. So the mental health was very been, not good. And you are backpacking for 6 months non-stop. You have been drinking water from every tap. You have been eating food from every location of India. Then I came back to Pune. Then we thought, okay, let's do something because we had women entrepreneurs on board. We started a marketplace wherein we're going to be selling the products made by women entrepreneurs. In 18 months, in the last 18 months, we were able to scale that to around 10 million INR revenue, drop shipping, just 3 people team working 15 hours a day with zero knowledge how marketplace startup works. Then to cut the long story short, we did pretty good. And you won't believe that, what was the biggest product which have a lot of orders, and that was laddu. That was millet laddu, which people love to eat because they want to become healthy. So what we started, what we ended up to was something related to health. Then that's what Mitti Ke Rang. And along the journey, uh, cricket I used to play a lot. And then we found a very big challenge that because of we have been traveling across everywhere, we don't have friends to play with. Imagine you want to play with 14 friends and you can't assemble them. So with Hello Sports, we are solving that. It's a sports tech startup wherein you want to be healthy, you want to play, but friends nahi hai. We will arrange everything for you. And in the last 3 to 4 months, we were able to scale that to a pretty good growth in Pune and in terms of revenue. Now, what we learned or I learned from the entire journey when it comes to fitness, week, and health entrepreneurship, I was able to do all those things because I was used to take proper sleep of 7 to 8 hours, then work 15 hours. I used to take all the calls while walking, while cycling. And along the journey, I have been tracking a lot. I have done more than like 30, 40 treks in and around Pune. So the major learnings which I got from this journey that, yeah, we want to do something, we want to be fit, but if you're not fit, you will not be able to work so much. And what do I mean by work so much? Because now entrepreneurship, we all think that this startup has raised so much fund, they're getting this much demand, they're getting so much media traction. Trust me, it takes a lot of efforts to reach to that level. And once you guys have been done with your post graduation and you're going to the world of starting your own journey, your mental stability and your work ethics will play a very big role. So, starting with nothing, then working in a corporate, doing a backpacking, starting Mitti Ke Rang as an e-commerce, then moving into Hello Sports. This all, again, I was able to do because your mental stability, like one thing people ask me, what was the biggest learning you learned when you backpack for 6 months with and for that matter, I just backpacked with 17,000 rupees for 6 months, 80 cities. You travel from Delhi to Goa or anywhere, you will spend 20K. So with that less budget, the one thing which I learned, the biggest learning was that you have to be mentally tough. And how you become mentally tough? When you exercise regularly, you read regularly, you talk to good people, you network constantly, and you're always on the run. And I drink a water a lot. So no matter what you do, if you're studying 15 hours, working 15 hours, starting a startup 15 hours a day, make sure that you play a sport. That's what I do all the time. I walk a lot, I cycle, I go for treks. That's helped me to be very active. And just to conclude, I'll be more than happy to have more questions. That definitely you want to become big and you want to do startups and all those things, just keep hustling and focus more and more on your health, because that will surely take you to places. In our 30s and our 20s, we think, okay, with not proper sleep and with not proper food, we will be able to survive. But in the longer run, when you are 30s, when you really want to work a lot because your startup is in the early stage, at that time your health gives you a lot of, like काफी problem आ जाते हैं उसके बाद में. So you have to make sure that, okay, you have to do that, but constantly keep hustling with keeping health in check. And just with Hello Sports, what we have been building now is a lot of IT crowd in Pune or across the globe have been working day and night, but they're not able to exercise. They're not able to play the favorite sport. Even though it's a sports tech startup, Hello Sports, here we are also helping them mentally to come out of the comfort zone, meet new people, play on the ground, make sure that their health and wellness is in check. So that's what about my journey and what Hello Sports is all about, and why it's very important no matter what you do. In entrepreneurship, health is very important. That will keep you going. That will fuel your body to be constant. And also, if what I've learned in the 10 years journey, if you're doing a most boring work, that's the best sign that you are progressing. Because if you're doing something for the media, something to impress people, and if people are not happy with your idea, which means you're on a very right track. And you have to keep working constantly. Example, for Hello Sports, we don't know what will be the path, but we are just keep working day and night. And to be mentally stable and strong key, we will do it. We will keep doing it no matter what the result is. This will help you a lot. So that's what we have been building, and happy to have more questions.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience for that. So the very first question that I have was, as you said, you were backpacking for 6 months and there was COVID in between and, there was mental, stress. So what kept you keep going? What would you recommend other students and other participants? What kind of growth mindset they should have? And towards, facing new problems, there will be, circumstances whenever possible. They don't knock on your door before entering. They just come. So what kind of mindset they should have for risk management and growth mindset as we talk about?
But I'll use a Hindi word because this will people relate to more. Ki hawa mein mat udo. What happens, the moment we get success, the moment we get PR, the moment we are head of this committee, that committee, we score very good in college, people know us, we got good LinkedIn following, Insta following. We just think we are over the cloud. That's not the case. You have to be grounded if you really want to build something which people really want. Because the fame, the name, and your hawa mein udna can be there for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Beyond that, trust me, been there, done that, you cannot scale. So the very first thing which I keep telling myself when it comes to growth mindset, that I have to learn, unlearn, learn. The moment I think I know everything, then is the time your time is going to go very bad. So like that is one. And second, the biggest thing which I tell everybody and to myself, make connections when you don't need the most. कि आप लोगों से रिश्ता जब बनाओ जब आप उनके से कुछ मतलब नहीं है. Because when we started Mittikar in 2013, for 7 years, I just kept networking. Because of that, I was able to backpack with such a less budget because I have friend in every city, every village. So my rehna, khana, sab got free. Second, when we launched Mittikarang, an e-commerce platform, we had zero knowledge. We had products and distribution. So the moment we launched that into our community, we got a sale of 1 CR plus in just 1 year. So even though if you are studying right now, you don't know that ki mujhe kya karna, I don't have an idea, I don't have anything. Keep networking, keep adding people on LinkedIn, keep interacting with them, keep learning from them. You never know. Ki yesterday you get an idea for your startup, but today you have a distribution. And just to add one more point, first time founders focus on product. Second time founders focus on distribution, which means your distribution have to be ready now before you launch your product.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Truly said. Sir, I have one question. Like sometimes students ideate in their very initial phases. So, like initially you started Mittikar, after that you started your venture Hello Sports. So, what all are the steps you have taken to come to your validate your idea? Like whether this idea will be workable, it is profitable, it will generate revenue for you. So can you share some strategies for validation of your idea, which gives you a more confidence that this Hello Sports or this venture will work?
It's a very good question, ma'am. I'll tell you why. Because the biggest thing which we everyone face in our life is the change in mindset. I'll tell you why. I come from a very rural town. Then I came to Pune. Everything is new for me. For me, going to a mall was a very big thing because I was from a town. Then my mindset changed. I went to a corporate at the Bank of New York Mellon, and all my seniors, all my colleagues were very senior to me, and I was more junior. Again, a mindset change. Then we started an NGO, mindset change. I started networking. I learned a lot of things. Then I went for Jagriti Yatra. If you guys not know about that, it's a 15 days train journey wherein 500 people from across the globe come together and they travel to 12 cities across India. That I did in 2016 for 15 days. You can just Google it. It's a very good thing. You can explore that. Then I left my job. Then I did a backpacking across India. Then COVID stuck. We did 23 lakh rupees fundraiser. Then when I came back to Pune, we started a marketplace. It was all NGO. Then we moved from NGO to a social venture. Then we moved to a startup. And now we moved to a different domain altogether, which was sports. Now, the biggest learning which we did, Mittikar more of a social venture, wherein what we did in 1.5 years, very honestly, if we would have thought it like a very proper startup, that we should have been done in 6 months. Now in Hello Sports, what different we are doing, everything like we make a list of area where we are failing the most. Trust me, if you're not failing, you're not succeeding. So you have to launch an idea, you have to fail, you have to launch an idea, you have to fail, eat, sleep, repeat. What happens because of that? You save a lot of time. What every founders of a startup or a lot of people do, which even we did, we take a lot of time to launch a product into the market thinking that we have to make it perfect. We don't know when Google was launched. We don't know when Reddit was launched, when Facebook was launched. We all give a lot of time on launching and we give a very less time on thinking how to get more users. So your first activity should be burn almost zero amount. Get your idea into the market. It can be to your friends, family, WhatsApp, Insta, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the platform. Validate, improvise, and then sell. And last thing, from day one, if you're launching something, you should have paid users. If you have users who are just trying your product for free, who have not paid you, trust me, your product doesn't have a good market fit. So burn a very less amount of money. Don't hire, don't go for fame. Just work day in and day out and just keep launching and keep improvising and keep failing. That's what I've learned.
Thank you so much, sir. So we have a few questions in the chat box. So Chaitanya Pal is asking, was it
I
difficult
lost your
for you
voice.
to incorporate a healthy lifestyle while you were traveling across multiple cities?
Can you repeat the question? I think I lost your voice in the middle.
Oh, yes, sir. Was it difficult for you to incorporate a healthy lifestyle while you were traveling across multiple cities?
Very wow. You know what? Yesterday I told my co-founder that, bro, I legit need to travel again, because when we travel, we are most active. Example, because when you travel, you walk, you have a backpack, you talk to people, you eat food, you drink water, you sleep on time because you have done so much in the daytime. I'll tell you my routine. I used to wake up at 8ish in the morning, have a lot of meetings in that particular city. And I used to go and meet a lot of people. Then I just explore the city. In the night, whoever is hosting me in their own home, we used to talk with them. 12ish, 1, just sleep. And then again, wake up and work. So if you're backpacking with a very low budget, if you're not of that kind of person, ki bhai mujhe 5 star hotel chahiye, I need just everything proper, this and that. Trust me, backpacking is not for you. If you really want to learn, explore and all, you have to live in a so very honestly, it's just 2 years back, I have stayed at station. I have stayed in temples. Like I've done everything. So the moment you have less money in your account, you tend to learn a lot because, you adjust with the surroundings. So to answer your question, it was very easy, but it was mentally very tough. Every week I used to cry, why I'm doing this. Because just imagine I'm from Maharashtra, you're going to Karnataka in a very remote town. People don't know English, Hindi. You have to just show them, okay, I have to go from this place to that place. Then you're going in Kerala, Andhra Pradesh. You have a habit of eating chapati and all, but you have to eat rice. And also one more thing, in my entire journey, I have not bought a single water bottle. It was all tap water, local water. तो कुछ पेट खराब नहीं हुआ, कुछ नहीं हुआ, वो सब कहावत है कि ये सब होता है. Now my stamina is that I can drink tap from any water. I'll just add one quote which might not sound good to all people. So you all might have heard that quote कि मैंने घाट घाट का पानी पिया है, मेरे को बहुत knowledge है, ये है वो है. People who are very old to us, they keep telling us. So one day I told that person, dude, you legit was one in one city. You did one thing your entire life. How could you say that that you have knowledge of the entire India or entire globe? I have legit went to all the prison drank water. So that leads me to one more quote which is very close to me. What is the biggest truth in the world? सबसे बड़ा सच क्या है? So the biggest truth in the world that everything is a lie. कि सब झूठ है. जो भी बचपन से सुनते आते कि ये ऐसा है. Once you go out in the market, you realize कि no, dude, it was not like that. It's entirely different. So from then on, I just keep experimenting. I believe in experimenting and learning from the reality rather than the textbooks and people who have not done and just keep giving bhashans.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. So we have one more question. So you advise us to engage in as much as physical activity as we could. But how can we, when we are already carrying so much weight, and how can we manage this mental fatigue? So I feel the weight mentioned here is, our studies, the schedule of college, classes, assignments, and everything. So what would you recommend?
Right. Very honestly, even I don't have an answer for that. I'll tell you why. Because, even I face the same challenge when I'm running Hello Sports, Mitti Ke Rang, different communities altogether. But one thing what I do, I just keep reminding myself, this is what I have chosen. This is what I have to do. And I have invited this for me. I can definitely go for a very easy life where I can get a very good job. I can live a very healthy life and just a stress-free life. But I want this. Example, you are into business school, you wanted to do masters. You will go for a startup because you want to start a startup. You want to go to work at a corporate with more stress because you want to go over there. You always have a choice. It's just we want that. And if you want to become big, you have to face all those things. If you're not capable or if you don't want to do this, there are a lot of options where you can, just chill in life. There's a very good quote of Shah Rukh Khan you might have heard. He's very jealous of people who choose to live a normal life and just stress-free life, because there are two types of people who really want to become big and do something, and one who are very okay with what they're doing, and there's nothing wrong in that. But if you want to become big, you want to do something, you want to bring an impact, you have to face that, and there's no other challenge. There's no secret. You have to do that day in and day out and keep yourself in check. That is the only option. And you just keep learning, how to evolve yourself for every day, day to day, day in, day out.
So, sir, the next question is that, so when you're talking about your new startup, your new venture, what was the procedure by which you acquired your first customer? What strategy did you implement on them?
Right. So now, like I used to tell everybody about the distribution when you start a first startup. And because I had a distribution before I started first startup, for the second, it was very easy. We had knowledge of marketplace from Mitti Ke Rang. We have advertisement knowledge from Mitti Ke Rang. I have knowledge of community building. So we are total 4 co-founders. And at Hello Sports, because we have such a diverse network from our own past. So for us, everything was very easy to acquire, to go from 0 to 1 when it comes to reaching out to more people, getting the tech, getting interns, getting hiring team, going for media and all those things. So distribution or जो पुराना काम किया है उसका पूरा फल है ये कि it was very easy for us to at least go from 0 to 1. And one more thing what I've learned, again, it might help you that when you start a startup, going from 0 to 1, what do I mean by that? Getting 1,000, 2,000 early users is very easy. So if you know one thing, if one thing has worked for you from going from 0 to 1,000 users, from going to 1,000 to 10,000 is a very different ballgame altogether. From 10,000 to 1 lakh is very different. From 1 lakh to 1 CR is very different. So in the early stage, you need generalist, in a company who can do all the things. Once you scale, you need specialist. So that's the different. So every time when you start something, when you get early users, you have to think about retention, growth, improvise, go forward. So to answer your question, we had a network, we had everything in place because of the 10 years journey. It was easy for us to at least launch.
There are many students who want to be future entrepreneurs, right? So, whether it may be Hello Sports. So, what would be the revenue structure for your business?
Right.
And
so
how do
revenue
you
is
need to look into the revenue?
right. So a lot of people ask me, Amit, are you, because nowadays in the startup world, we always like more post of people who crave about the company who are not profitable. That gives us a lot of excitement. So from day one we are profitable. Now how do we charge? For example, you are in Gurgaon, Delhi, you want to play cricket, and you can go on a website, you can book a slot for yourself, you will pay 500 rupees for one slot, and we will make sure to get those 14 players. So our first model of revenue is D2P, which means direct to players, where people like you or me who want to play, we will book on the website, we'll show up on the ground and you just play. We'll make sure to book the ground, to get the umpires, to get the accessories and those 14 players. Second, we have membership model, because a lot of time people want to play regularly, but 500 rupees बहुत महंगा पड़ता है, so they can just take a membership. Yeah, so people can take a membership for 3.5K. That is second model. Third is tournaments, wherein we are doing a lot of tournaments. And for example, now on 11th March, we're doing a big tournament in Pune. People are paying for that. And also in IPL, you can see that people, the brand have been buying the team. Even in our case, when we were tournament, the brands are coming forward to purchase an entire team, and which they will call it their own. So there are three models as of now for cricket. We're going to be moving to women's cricket, corporate, society leagues. We're going to be going to auction. Then we're going to be moving to other sports for that matter. And then eventually we will scale this to across the globe. You're on mute. You're on mute.
How did you form a team? So, so when you were starting up with this venture, so, what were the aspects that you were looking at your co-founders, and what kind of team did you build? Who all did you engage in?
Good. So, again, make connections when you don't need the most. In 2013, I met Saket Deshmukh, who is the co-founder of Mitti Ka Rang. We were very good friends for 7 years. Then we took Mitti Ka Rang full time. Second, Rahul, who is one of the co-founder at Hello Sports. We met 2 years back at one of the trekking in Pune. For 2 years, we were just connected. And when we had this idea, he was on board. Third is Chetan, who is a techie, who is very senior to us. And again, we know my co-founder Saket, know him from a very long time. So we get on board. So we had a network, we had a trust, which made our work very easy to form a team and start the work. So that's how we met our co-founders.
Thank you, sir. So there's one more question for you, that is, so that's why Anukriti Mishra, she says, sir, can you please share some tools or tips that you found helpful while establishing your website?
Right. The first and foremost is network, keep networking. And I think LinkedIn is the best platform. If you're not on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn. You can add 30,000 connections there. You can talk to people. People do reply on that. Second, whatever idea you have, you're working in a corporate. Okay, I'll tell you the phase. So you're in college, right? But you have an idea, you want to start something. What you should do and have done, and that really helped me, start something. Whatever idea you have, just launch in the market. Don't think what people will think about your idea. They will laugh on you, or you need a lot of investment, you need a co-founders. Wo sab jhoot hai. You have an idea, just start that and see what people react to that. And if you get a good traction, which means that is the calling and people really want that problem, that product which you're trying to build. Second, you're working in an IT company because you want to repay your loans of education, or your family is not letting you work or start a startup. You're in a corporate, but you have an idea, just launch it. Again, I'll repeat the word, don't think for the best time. The best time is, so there's a quote in the YC, when was the best time to start a startup? It was yesterday. You're already late. So if you have an idea, just launch, share with friends and family, or not with friends and family, just the general public. See if there's a huge demand. And if there's a huge demand, then that's a calling. Why I'm able to tell you this? Because when I was working with the Bank of New York Mellon, 7 years I kept working with Mitti Ka Rang. And when I thought, okay, there is something which I can take it full time, the confidence came from within. I took the Mitti Ka Rang full time. We always think that you have to leave your job to do something. You have to do this, do that. No, but if you're working, you're studying, just start. Parallelly, keep giving it for 30 minutes every day. You will see the compounding effect and you can do pretty good. Second, I would recommend you to watch the video of Y Combinator. You can just go on YouTube, search Y Combinator. The video are 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, but it is very good if you also listen as of now, because they really have good insight on how to build a startup. So YC is, for me, whenever I have an idea, I have a thought what to do, I go and watch those videos. It's very good. It's free videos, but it's very worth listening. So if you know Facebook, Stripe, PayPal, you take any big company, DoorDash for that matter, you take Games.gg, you take Product Hunt, all the big brands, you take Razorpay for that matter, they all have been incubated, accelerated by Y Combinator. So if you go on the website, Y Combinator, world's biggest startups have been run by them. Paul Graham started that. You can even read the essay written by Paul Graham. So if you see, the views are very less because they give value. And the people who don't give, not in a bad way, but that's the best YouTube channel you should be actually scanning to, and it will give you a lot of insight how to start a startup, how to run that. And last thing which really helped me was consistency. In the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, you might not see growth. People might not let you work on a startup. Family would tell you why you're wasting your time. Friends would tell you कि आप गलत कर रहे हो. The third thing which really helped me was consistency. I just kept working day in and day out. I just kept improvising. And then eventually, when an idea came into existence, we did little good. And now we have been progressing to do more good.
Thank you, sir, for wonderful tips related to how to start and how to scale a venture. In today's session, our students will get a learning related to that the importance of networking skills, that you need to build your networks, connections, be on social media, as well as relationship building, like how your relationship will building will help you out to look forward for a good team, and that team will particularly support in any venture creation. Sir, last I want that in case these few students or the participants, they want to connect with you or they want to use your platform, Hello Sports. So what all are the possibilities? Either as an intern, either they want to collaborate with you for that type of a venture, if they want to organize tournaments in Delhi and want to learn something from you.
Right. The first thing is you can definitely add me on LinkedIn. My name is Amit Jain. You can find with the Hello Sport thingy, and just DM me. I'll be more than happy to talk to you, respond, Google Meet, whatever you prefer. Second, when it comes to Hello Sports, if you're looking for internship into sports tech, which is a very booming market right now, when it comes to graphic designing, organizing tournaments in your local area, I'll be more than happy to have you as an intern. Definitely, we have some criteria. We can discuss that. Third, if MIT has a sports department wherein you guys want to collaborate with something, ideas, what we have been working on, we can do that. Fourth, Hello Sports, we are actively in Pune right now. We're going to be expanding to across India. Delhi, we are planning soon. And if you want to lead Delhi or particular areas where you stay, I'll be more than happy to connect.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your valuable time. I think now I would call our coordinator for a formal vote of thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time and joining in and connecting with us. Thank you so much, ma'am, Nidhi ma'am, and Deepa Kapoor ma'am. And thank you, participants, for joining in. And now I would like the IT department to please stop the recording. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Amit sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Definitely, once few of our students want to do an intern, so I will connect with you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
This IT team close the session. Bye. Bye.